Hi everyone! To make this pumpkin, all you need is yarn of your choice. I'm going to be using this Yarn Art bulky yarn, and with this I'm using a size 8 hook. You will also need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and a stitch marker. And I'll be using this color for the little stem on top of the pumpkin. And to fill the actual pumpkin, I'm actually going to be using some scrap yarn, which is a great way to get rid of this scrap yarn. But of course, you can use the actual filling as well. So to begin, we're going to grab the yarn and hold on to it like this. And we're going to make a loop, hold on to it, go into the loop, grab the long yarn and pull. And this is your slip knot. You want to grab your hook, insert into the loop, and tighten it around the hook. From here, I'm going to make 11 chains, and you can make as many chains as you want, which is how big or small you want your pumpkin to be. So the longer you do it, the bigger your pumpkin will be. So I'm going to make 11. So to start, yarn over, pull through the loop, and that's your first chain. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. And just keep going. So I made 11 chains, and you can make as many chains as you want, longer or shorter. It depends how big or small you want your pumpkin to be. So to start the next row, we're going to make 10 half double crochets. So we have 11 chains, which means going back, we will have 10 stitches. That last chain is always an extra, which is just for turning. So you want to yarn over on the hook and insert into that second stitch from the hook. So not the stitch that the hook is in, but the second one right here. So you want to yarn over on the hook, insert your hook into that second chain, yarn over on the hook, pull up a loop. Now you have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops. So 1, 2, and 3. And this is your first half double crochet of this row. And I'm going to take a stitch marker and mark this just so it's easier to see, but this is completely optional. It just makes it easier for a beginner to see and not miss the stitches. So this is our first half double crochet of the row. And we continue. So yarn over and do the same thing into that next chain right here. So we already worked through here. Now we're going to the next one. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we have 2 stitches. And again, yarn over into that next chain, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and again yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through. So you just want to keep making half double crochets until you get to the very end, and I'll meet you here. So now I have 1 chain left. So again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So we have 10 half double crochets, and moving forward, every single row will have 10 half double crochets each time. So to start the next row, we're going to yarn over and chain 1 and just flip our work like this. So now instead of working through the full stitch like this from the top, the V's, we're actually going to work through the back loops only. So these loops, back loops. Instead of the full stitch, we're working through the back loop. We're going to yarn over like usual, go into that first stitch right here. So not the extra chain we did here for turning, but the actual first stitch. So we're gonna go through the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, just like usual, yarn over and pull through. And again, you can mark this as the first half double crochet of this row right here. So we're going to move on to the next stitch right here. Yarn over, insert into that back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all three. So that's our second. And again, into that next stitch, yarn over, back loop only, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And again, yarn over, next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So you just want to continue making half double crochets in the back loops until we get back to our first one here, and I'll meet you there. So now we have reached the last half double crochet here. So all we're going to do is just take it out and just place the last half double crochet in the back loop, yarn over, pull through. So now we have completed our second row, and again we should have 10 half double crochets. So at each row it's the same exact thing that we're going to do now, and you can do as many rows as you want, and I will show you how many rows I do at the end. But the most important thing is to make sure that each row has the same amount of stitches. So whether you did longer or shorter than me, just make sure whatever you decided, that's what you stick with. So for me, it's 10 stitches. And again, we're gonna move on to row 3. So yarn over, chain 1. This is how you start each row. Then flip your work. Now again, yarn over, and start in the back loop only from the first stitch, not the chain 1 that we did. So insert your hook in the back loop only, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So that's your first stitch, and if you want, you can mark it so it's easier to see. Otherwise, you can just move on. Now next, yarn over, next stitch, back loop only, yarn over, back loop, and keep going. And again, we have come to the last stitch. So yarn over, back loop only, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And that is it. So to start the next row, again, chain 1, turn, and complete the 10 half double crochets in the back loops only. So repeat this pattern and I will meet you at the end. So now I'm working on my last row right here. And I just have one more stitch left right here. Like so. So I did 12 rows for mine. So for me, this is around 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So if that helps you gauge how big or small your pumpkin will be depending on what yarn you're using. So to finish off, I will just do one chain, and now we're just going to join the two sides together. So grab the other side, put it together like this, and now we're just going to stitch up the sides. So you want to take your hook and insert into that first stitch right here, on this side and the first stitch of this side as well. Yarn over, pull through all the way, and pull through the loop as well. Now we just repeat this. So go into the next stitch right here, next stitch of the other side as well, yarn over and pull through all the way, making a slip stitch. And again, insert into this stitch, insert into the other side, pull through, and keep going. So insert, insert, pull through, insert, insert, pull through. So just keep making these slip stitches until the very end. And now we are at the last stitch right here. Pull through all the way. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the yarn, but you want to leave enough because we're going to use this yarn to sew up the top. So make sure you leave a bit long like this. Cut it off. We want to just chain one to finish off. And just pull your yarn through like this. So you're left with this little tail, and this tail is from before. We don't really need it right now. You can just put it inside. So with this long tail, you want to grab your yarn needle and just put the yarn through, and we're going to close up this top. So all we're going to do is just go through these top stitches. So just go through this top stitch in and out this way. So again, we'll go in and out and just pull like this, and we just repeat this. So go in, come out, go in, come out, go in, come out, and just pull. And keep repeating this. So go in, and once you go all the way around doing that, we're just going to pull on the yarn and it will just close up the top. So don't worry if it's bunching up too much here because we're going to flip this over anyways. So for now, all we have to do is hide this yarn. So I'm just going to go through, make sure it's tight first of all, and I will just go through any of these stitches here just to hide the yarn. So I will just go through down the line from these stitches and just pull, and I will just go back up, skip the very last one you came out of so you don't unravel your work. So we'll just go through and just pull, and you can cut this all the way down here. Now we're going to flip our pumpkin. This little tail here, I'm just going to push it through to the inside and just leave it. You don't even have to cut that off because it's on the inside. So now I'm actually just going to take some scrap yarn, put it on a yarn needle, and we're going to do the same thing on top here. So you can just go through any of the top stitches, in, out, in, out, in, pull it through, in, out, pull, and out. And this is where we started from, so I'm just gonna pull. So now we have just these two together. So we started from here, went around, and came out. So I'm going to take some scrap yarn and just stuff the pumpkin. Or if you have actual filling, that's what you would use it for. So just put this all the way in. And once you're happy with how fluffy it is, we're just going to close it up. So what you want to do is just grab these two, just pull on it, and it should just close up the top because we already weaved it in. So just close it up. I'm actually going to tie these two together so it's extra secure. Like this. So now we're going to shape the actual pumpkin and give it these ridges. So what you want to do is put this yarn that's attached to the pumpkin onto a yarn needle, and we're going to just stretch this along the ridge like this, and on the other side go through the middle and come out the other middle like that. So we're just taking our yarn, stretch it over, go through the middle and come out the other end like this, and just pull. And how hard you pull is up to you, and that creates this little ridge. So now we just repeat this again. So now we'll do it on this side. So you just want to push it over, go from the back to the top, and just pull, and make sure you pull tight enough so it makes a difference here. So for now you just want to keep repeating this. So just stretch it over, come out from the bottom to the top, and keep going, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so once you're finished, it should look something like this. And since there's two here, I'm just going to again tie them together and make it tight just to be secure. And all that's left to do here is to hide this yarn and cut it off. So put it back on your yarn needle, and I will just go through any of the stitches here, come out from anywhere, and just cut it off. We will do the same with the second tail. So just go through any of the stitches and come out from anywhere and just cut it off. So this is what the pumpkin's looking like so far, and all that's left to do is make the little stem. So now for the stem, it's very easy. So again, we will make a slip knot. So make a loop, go into it, pull the long yarn and make a slip knot. Take your hook, insert, and tighten it around the hook. So now I'm going to make 4 chains. So yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull, 3 and 4. Now again, you can make the stem as long or short as you want, but I will do 4 chains, and I will go back down and make 3 single crochets. So I will insert my hook into that second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. Next stitch, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Next stitch, yarn over, pull through. So I have 3 single crochets, and this is all I will do. And what's left is to just cut the yarn. Don't cut it too short because we're going to use this to attach it to the pumpkin. So I'm gonna leave maybe this much and just pull it through. So now we have these 2 little tails left, and you want to put that on your yarn needle. And we're just going to attach the stem on the pumpkin. So you want to take your yarn needle and just push it through the middle and come out the other end, or come out from any side. So we're just trying to hide this yarn. And just pull it through. And I'm gonna go back in and come out from a different side, like this. You can repeat this as many times as you want. So you can go back in, come out from the other side so it's more secure. But once you're ready, you can just cut it off. And just push the yarn inside. And now we will do the same with the second tail. So you just take that, and I will go through the middle and come out from a different side and just pull. And it's attached. So again, I will go back in through the same loop and come out from a different side just so it's more secure. And the last step, just cut it off. And there you go, you have your little stem attached, and this is your little pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful.